Who's that? Commander Claw. Who's bad? Commander Claw.
Oh, welcome back. I am Commander Claw, and this deck idea, I only stole one part, but the entire deck itself is my idea. So you're trying to ask, what idea did I steal? Hey, I'll tell you in a second because this is the Family Matters Precon. This is not an upgrade. This is not the Precon deck. I want you to scratch that entire deck and try this deck idea out. Let me introduce Zinnai, the Family Matters voice, whatever bird. Okay, Zinnai's Valley's voice is Jeskai, commander on a 1/3 body bird bard, legendary creature. She has flying. Her second ability says, Zinnai, Valley's voice gets +X+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. Her third ability, creature spells you have offspring 2. You may pay an additional 2 mana as you cast a creature spell. If you do, when that creature enters, create a 1/1 token copy of it. Okay, so let's get right to the mechanics of this deck. Oh, yeah. If you don't know this card, this is Templar Knight from the Assassin's Creed set. It's a human knight on a 3/1 body, 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 white. He has vigilance. You tap a white mana, tap 5 untapped attacking creatures you control named Templar Knight. Search your library for a legendary artifact card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. But we don't care about all that. Not at first. What we care about is this last ability. A deck can have any number of cards named Templar Knight. You already know we're going to stack this deck with Templar Knights in it. And this is the idea I stole from another video I saw on YouTube. But uh, my bad, blanked out for a second. This is not the idea. The idea is coming up next, but I found this commander that works with it. Hold on. Here we go. So when you play Templar Knight and you have your commander out, you can pay an extra 2 mana, a total of 4 mana, to put a 1/1 copy of it. Bam. Okay, so you got 2 Templar Knights. One is a copy at a 1/1, which aids Zinnai's ability because it has base power 1. So Zinnai will be a 2/3 possibly. Cool. However, what's cool is you can use the Templar Knight's other ability, tapping 5 untapped attacking creatures. That's when you decide to use that ability. So pretty much for 4 mana, you get 2 creatures, right? And one that triggers Zinnai's ability. So this coming up next is the idea that I stole. And I'll have to explain how this card works because it's super nasty. Super nasty. Thrumming Stone. Yes, it's a little expensive. I think it's around $10 right now. But whatever. Some of y'all got the money for it. I'm tired of hearing the budget cards, whatever, yada, yada, yada. I know some of y'all got the money. Somebody got the card. Trade for it. Anyway, for 5 mana, Thrumming Stone says it's a legendary artifact. Spells you cast have Ripple 4. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you know with Templar Knight, if you use this ability, you can get a legendary artifact? Bam! Thrumming Stone. Put it out on the battlefield. Okay, anyway, when you ripple, whenever you cast a spell, you may reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may cast spells with the same name as that spell from among the real revealed cards without paying their mana cost. Okay, so when you cast Templar Knight, you can ripple 4, reveal the top 4 cards from the top of your library. For each Templar Knight that you find, you get to cast it for free. Okay. Now remember, when you cast a creature spell, you get to pay an additional 2 mana from Zinnai's Valley Voice. So each Templar Knight from a ripple effect you cast, you could pay additional 2 mana, creating more Templar Knights that are 1/1s, triggering Zinnai's second ability, buffing her up. Greasy, greasy. So what I want to say is we got to build this deck for layers and layers, right? Layers. You got a game plan and layers, certain cards and layers. So I'm about to go to the win cons. Oh, you already know what the win cons are going to be. For creatures coming into the battlefield. Ain't nothing new here. Ain't nothing new here. If your opponents don't know what's coming, shame on them. They haven't played enough Magic. All right, we got Perforos, God of the Forge. I'm going to go straight into the ability, why it's important, It's literally a 6/5 body enchantment creature that's indestructible. Its ability that makes it powerful is whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Furfurous deals 2 damage to each opponent. This is how you are going to knock out all your opponents. Every time you ripple a Templar Knight into the battlefield or you offspring a Templar Knight into the battlefield. Woo! Oh man. Caw-caw, caw-caw. You're killing your opponents by birds and knights coming into the battlefield. But I got another card for you in case your opponents get rid of this. Impact Tremors. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, Impact Tremors deals 1 damage to each opponent. This is a low-end, cheap enchantment. The more creatures you put on the battlefield, the easier to kill your opponents. Okay? This is a no-brainer. So, I got another card for you. Listen. You got to have a blink engine, right? You got to have a card that's going to be the second layer, third layer of all these effects that just make this even more stupid. You ready for this card? We have Abdel Adrian Gorian's Ward. Let me explain. He's a 4 colorless, 1 white on a 4/4 body human warrior legendary creature. He says, whenever he enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-land permanents you control until Abdel Adrian leaves the battlefield. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token for each permanent exiled this way. So ideally, we're going to be exiling those Templar Knights, creating 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Please don't forget, when Abdel Adrian leaves the battlefield, you return those knights back into play. Why is this important? Because we want to knock out our opponents when we have Impact Tremors or Perforos onto the battlefield. You need these 3 cards to make this work, baby. Zinnai's Valley voice, right? That's all you hear. That's the voice. That's the valley that you hear in the voice. Anyway, I like this a lot because all those 1/1 white soldiers work well with Zinnai's ability, buffing her up even more. So not only are you doing damage to your opponents, you're buffing up your commander. Come on, man. What? Come on. There it is. That 1/1 white soldier creature token that you created from Abdel coming into the battlefield, or the Templar Knight offspring. But in general, you're exiling all those Templar Knights to bring back, create those 1/1s that trigger Impact Tremors. Now, if you like this deck idea so far, please like the video because at 50 likes, I will post the deck list. I will make a YouTube short and post the deck list so y'all know what you need to build. I know y'all like my videos. Y'all just not showing love. Y'all, I see the views. I just easy. But this video is not done. All right, back to the commander buff. I actually explained it a lot already as we're going through it, but this will be a nice reminder. Those 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that you made from Abdel Adrian, they trigger +X+0 for Zinnai's Valley Voice because they're a base power 1/1. Easy. I don't have much to say, but the more soldiers you have, the bigger your commander. So I think it's actually very easy to put a bunch of 1/1 white soldiers into play because you've put out so many Templar Knights from Throwing Stone. Remember, your deck is very central focused, and this is a game plan. You have these knights coming into play, then you're creating offspring tokens of them, and the soldiers coming into play. You're going to be able to put a lot of 1/1s out on the battlefield faster than you think. And it's going to be very explosive. Okay, a little bit more cards. I'm going to show you a little bit more blink spells that ideally you would like to use on Abdel himself. Abdel Adrian, shoot, if you flicker him or ephemerate him, you just trigger all those, you do his effect all over again because the Templar Knights have to come back into play. Then they have to leave play. You're creating in 1/1s. I mean, there ain't nothing else to say. If you don't know blink effects by now, it's okay. Actually, you're probably a new commander, new piloter. Blink effects pretty much says leave the battlefield, enter the battlefield at a certain time. But yeah, that's what we want to do here. That's right, all those Templar Knights at the very bottom. All right, if you want to show off once the game is pretty much in control of your hand, let's get stupid, right? What card will make this all these knights stupid? All these 1/1 stupid. There's only one card, Clone Legion. Is a 9-mana sorcery. For each creature target player controls, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Yeah, you'll use Abdel Adrian, but his effect happens again because another one came into play. But all those tokens that you created, those 1/1s are doubled. Those 3/1 knights are doubled. Your commander died, but you made another commander, so it's buffed a crazy huge. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. I'm just gonna ask one more favor. 50 likes, I will post the deck list because I know y'all want to see it. I know y'all want to see it. I need y'all to show some love because I'm trying to show y'all some love. But if you like this video, I got more videos coming up. I actually don't know what video I'm going to post here yet. Something relatable to the Family Matters Precon or the next Bloomburrow Precon. Check it out.